Hello, my friends. Today is July the 10th, and this is a psychic reading for you if this is your birth date. I am a psychic reader and a healer of nearly 40 years. Check out my credits. I do a lot of internet readings. I do a lot of work out of my office in Albuquerque, New Mexico. This is a four-card pull to cover the year to follow, approximately 6 to 10 minutes long. A lens card to look at the year through, a challenge you might face, an action you might take to stay in balance, and an outcome or synopsis card. So the lens card is a hard one. It's the underworld. It's the facing of, what is going on around one, wars and catastrophes and illness and those things that invade our routines, our lives, the things that create nightmares in us, those things that hold foreboding in us, those things that make us worry about our survival on many levels. This is something that comes up this year for you, and we all face this from time to time. We all, on some level, much of the world is facing the underworld this year on one way or another. And when the outside world of craziness hits inward and might take us out of our balance and might put us into a bunch of our biggest fears and might make us ill and depressed and give us pause and all those other things that giving one's fear over to annihilation might do on some level. So what is this a particular challenge to you? It's the Knight of Wands. The Knight is, normally someone pushing along in their inspirations, pushing along in your passion, studying, what you want to study, creating what you want to create. This is an action. The wands are about action and the fire and the will and what are you doing. So this is a doer. You're doing something toward creating your ego definition, or you're doing something toward driving yourself toward a goal, or you're doing something, or you're just living life, vitally, maybe just super absorbed in the actions of the world or the actions of yourself. But that's your challenge, to suddenly, I think, feel like, what are you doing? Why are you doing it? There's a question mark about why are you doing what you're doing. Is it a really important? There's a question mark about why are you, how you might have to give up a particular action or study because of the underworld that's going on around you, because of, those things are creating, wars and famines and challenges and death around the world might be invading your space on some way, and you may not be able to or think that you can or feel like you want to push forward into what you have really been, I think, on some level, devoting yourself to the exclusion of many other things, from love to other studies, to even taking care of your body. Sometimes the action of pushing to get to a goal, tires you out and makes one, not really hold the energy as well, burn the candles from both ends. So this is about, your challenge is about, I think, going on as you have been going on, whatever that means. There's something stopping you, or it's inside an internal thought, or it's outside a blockade, but there's something that's stopping you from going along the path that you have been, decidedly moving in to do something in your life. And there's this sense of maybe fear, or the underworld and the pain and the sacrifice and the challenge of what's happening that's invading you. And I think it's creating a lot of chaos in your world. So this is the action that you can take this year to stay balanced. Squirrel, for squirrel, it's about preparing for your own winter. Gathering your nuts, gathering your food sources, gathering your home, creating your nest, acting locally, being locally, doing your work locally. You might not. Here's the bigger picture. Squirrels as a little picture. Say, take care of what's going on around you. Take care of what's going on around you. That means sharing and loving and playing and eating and gathering food and working and doing what is going on around you, and do that to the best of your ability. You might not have the ability to change the outside world. You might not have the ability to change the chaos and the famine and the war and the illness and the depressions and the descent into hell that the underworld might be showing to you on some level. And you have to take care of number one first, in essence, take care of how you love with others close to you. If that stretches out into the world, fine, so be it. But the squirrel says, what are you feeding your heart? What are you storing in your heart? Are you storing the pain of the world in your heart? Are you storing the fear of the world in your heart? It's hard to be, oblivious. It's hard to not take in some of the agony that the rest of the world is having. Some psychic barriers are going to help. So understand that you can't take in all the negativity of the world. You have to put some love and kindness and joy and peace and gratitude and trust and faith into your heart. And you have to bring that both out from your heart and in from your heart. And you have to share that, because that's the only way that we can get out of our smallest selves and not think that this little self-named red wolf is going to be annihilated, going to be hurt, going to be shut off, is going to be abandoned. However, those smallest fears that are usually not true can rule me, can rule you. So this is about understanding the outside chaos. The final synopsis card, there's an outside chaos. There's a doom and a gloom that travels. There's a, kind of a sense of wanting to hide and wanting to cower, feeling like there's some monster under the bed or at your side. But look at the rainbow above, don't forget about the rainbow above. Don't forget about the connections to others. Don't forget about the joys of being alive and in body and in human form. And that is the antidote to the descension into hell, is to remember that you're alive. You're alive. Live. Be vital. Whatever that means, live. Be vital. Do it in the sphere that feels closest and most comfortable to you. If you can extend that sphere of influence out and out and out, blessings to you. We need those people who remember the goodness, who remember the peace, who remember the love, who remember the compassion, who remember how to act in a crazy world and not lose one's integrity and not lose one's soul and not lose one's humanity, but transcend one's limitations and one's pains by... I think just, storing those good things in your heart and sharing those good things that come from your heart. You might have to let go of something this year on some level, some kind of study. That does not mean it's not going to come back to you. That does not mean that it won't be important to you at some future point. And it does not mean that you can't keep working with what you're looking at if it fits the bill of, uplifting you, if it fits the bill of making sense in a local picture about how you want to be and how you wish the world might, be created in its image. So however you act, close or far, acting from your heart, storing in your heart, letting go of as much as you can the pain and not letting it hold you down and lock you in and holding on to the underworld as if it's the actual truth of all existence. It's not. It's the descent into hell, and you're going to climb back out, and you're going to light a light, and you're going to hold that light high when you get up, and you're going to look at yourself and go, boy, where I got my strength, and I got my courage, and I got my integrity, and I climbed out of hell, and I feel like I can now help others do the same. Blessed be.